Plenty of room through center for Marty Necas. He gains some speed, brings it across the line, gets boxed in, finds Burns, a drive off the blocker of Forsberg. Necas double teamed at the half wall, where both times you made that point, and both times by shortening the game, the opponents stayed in it, and Vegas got the game to overtime and got a win. Another blocker save made by Forsberg as Waugh has the puck behind the net. So he can't be happy with the first penalty taken by one of his leaders. And here is the power play for Colorado. Save made by Forsberg. Chopped just wide on the rebound by Kadri. It's back up top, Makar. One-timer by Necas, and that is eaten by Forsberg. Terrific start for Anton Forsberg. So half of the power play killed off by Los Angeles. Here comes Necas. Necas with speed. Necas with a wrister. It was partially blocked by the stick of Doughty. Deals it deep off the stick of Kadri. Swept by Necas, waiting for it McKinnon. Dangles to the goal line. Another seam pass. Teed up, sliding block. Mikey Anderson on Kadri, and it's out of play. One of his line mates is out there, and Kopitar won by the Avalanche. Taves has the puck. We're back at 5 aside. Kempe back to help defend. Another centering pass tapped by Nelson on net, and that was denied by the stick of Forsberg. That there are times in the game where it's going to feel like an avalanche, and you just have to survive them, as the wraparound try by Kiviranta is stopped by Forsberg, loose in the slot, and now it is hoisted off the wall, not out. Panarin couldn't clear, now skates onto the puck, but it's kept alive at the left point twice by Manson. First with the stick, then with the glove. Manson down low. Manson circles the net. Wraparound try. That hit the outside of the post, or maybe Forsberg got a piece. Alex Laferriere on the move. Gets a return from Panarin. Looks to the bumper. Tried to find Byfield. Panarin instead. Down to the goal line. Pulled to the forehand. Save Wedgwood. Stop attempt. Trevor Moore left it in the corner. It's backhanded up the boards, but not past Doughty. Doughty with room. Fires one. Deflected in front. Poked on net by Moore. And guided to the corner by Wedgwood.
That's 2 games in a row. Manson has blown up Scott Laughton.
Makar out of the box to join the rush. He takes the drop pass. Shoots. At the post. Cale Makar almost scores out of the box, and now an odd man rush the other way. Laferriere to Moore. Saved by Wedgwood with the glove.
O'Connor knows he has him with it. Makar bings the crossbar. You could hear that. Really? And then LA comes all the way down. Wedgwood makes a great save with the glove.
Nichushkin cruising through center. Brings it across the line with a drop. Brock Nelson with room. Shoots. Glove save made by Forsberg. But they go with the hot hand to end the season, and that is Forsberg. Here is Nichushkin with a drop. Malinsky, wrist shot. Again, swallowed by Forsberg. On the move is Panarin. He finds Clark. Panarin thought about a one-timer. Dangles, sets up that one-timer. That's stopped by Wedgwood through traffic. Clark with a stick tap. He wants the puck again. Plays it to the corner, Laferriere. Hampered by Taves. Big hit, buried in the corner is Kopitar by Burns. Those two joust. Emerging with the puck, Laferriere. Shoulder save made by Wedgwood. And the clear by Drury. It's some space between he and Trevor Moore. And now on the move is Makar. Dancing past defenders. Cale Makar doing what he does. Shovels it through the crease. Maybe you want to give Los Angeles the advantage. I dispute the total. There have been more than 15 hits in this game. There's some shifts. We've had 15 hits.
It also varies by building, Bob.
3 seconds to go. Kiviranta long-range wrister. Blocker save Forsberg. And there is the horn.
What a good stick by Makar. As good as he is offensively, defensively, he's just as good.
Makar snaps it ahead. Had missed Lehkonen all the way in on Forsberg. Brent Burns turns up ice. There's Josh Manson to the red line and across. The drop to Kadri. In the slot, that shot. Glove save, Forsberg. He takes one away from Landeskog. And Wedgwood's turn to sling it up the glass. Lehkonen tries to settle it down. He's buried from behind by Malat, and that will be a penalty.
In size over Lehkonen. Lehkonen's tight to the boards and then backs off just a touch. That makes that separation from Lehkonen to the boards just a...
The Kings have the number 30 penalty kill, and here's Byfield. Shorthanded break. Hook from behind.
Penalty shot.
Cruises in on Wedgwood. Forehand, backhand, roops it.
What a save
by Wedgwood. It looked like he was fully committed.
The
Sprawl.
lefty coming in, and he fake shot, which makes Wedgwood go down right there. And then he pulls it to the backhand. What a desperation save by Wedgwood. Byfield can't believe it. It's a heck of a move. But Wedgwood reads it in the desperation.
Kempe on the attack. LaFerriere sends one across. A little area pass. Clark moves in. Peels. Got it on net by LaFerriere. A terrific save. And he'll feather one behind the net. Doughty uses the right wing wall for a stretch pass out to the red line. On the move across the line, Matthew Joseph rips a wrister off the blocker of Wedgwood. A pass that bounces all the way out to Mikey Anderson. Dealt towards the net. Guided wide by Moore. Another deflection in front. That one missed the net. Another shot in front.
Puck's bouncing on both teams. It bounced over Makar in the O-zone. It just bounced over Armia there again.
A giveaway. Lawton. Blocker save Wedgwood.
In my experience, all arenas get a little choppy as the summer goes on, the spring goes on.
That shot kicked out. Drury was after the rebound of the long-distance wrister as well. He has been about as wonderful an ambassador for this game as you could have, as driving the net is McKinnon. Kick save is made by Forsberg. Loose, Lehkonen, wheel around, shot! Another good save with the stick by Forsberg. But you talk about a class act, Anze Kopitar, EJ is that and more.
Over 1,500 games, a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer.
Room for McKinnon, dangles, toe drag, just slides to the right of the cage of Forsberg. Another centering pass, Natchez, kick save, that time with the left pad. Forsberg was ready, and here is Kopitar through center. Drops for Kempe, creates some space towards the net. That stick to the corner by Wedgwood. Kelly with room, a drive, chest save made. Positional save at that by Forsberg. So they are used to tie games, they are used to one-goal games. But of course they're playing the President's Trophy winning team here. And they lost a one-goal game in game number one. On the move. McKinnon can't win the draw from Byfield. Doughty plays it along to LaFerriere, and he'll toss it out. Glove down center circle. Lawton, area pass, Byfield drives the net. Save made by Wedgwood.
He's had a couple of great looks. He comes with speed through the neutral zone and gets a step on McKinnon. Wedgwood flashes the pad with his best stop of the period, but the Kings have a different look from the first period.
Nichushkin, 2-on-2 with Nelson shorthanded. They crisscross. Nichushkin shoots off the post. That's where they're lining up.
Nichushkin, not only is he a good penalty killer, but he can score. He's long and rangy. He doesn't get a ton on this, but he just rings it off the bar. Nelson creates the moving screen on the left side. Forsberg has to respect it. Nichushkin just cranks the bar.
And there's Forsberg. Gets a return. Feathered to the corner. Moore pivots back to Byfield. He is double teamed. Moore with some room. Moore stuffs it out in front. Teeing up a shot. Score! Artemi Panarin on the power play. The Kings have the lead.
New York Rangers at the deadline. Game-breaking ability. LA wins the wall battle. Colorado wants to be aggressive, but it's Moore on the backhand who finds Panarin. He has deception. He can go blocker. He can go glove. He turns his hands over and slings it right on the far side. Lawton cross-checks Taves right there. That is what the Avalanche bench is upset about, but it's a perfect bang-bang.
Makar checked hard by LaFerriere. Through the skates of Doughty. Room for McKinnon on the race. McKinnon to his forehand. Save made. Paddle to the corner.
Doughty right there. It kicks to the middle, and you don't want to see 29 picking that puck up. But as usual tonight, Forsberg's been a wall. He fights off McKinnon with the speed and the cut and drive. Not once, but twice, and then he pokes. Yep, they're keeping him on their strong sides. Big win by Lawton. They can't get it out.
Holds. Down low, centering pass, score! The answer by the captain. Landeskog got loose. We are tied at 1.
It's a clean win by LA. This puck has to get out. You have full possession, and Taves right on the left side of your screen. Keeps it in, throws it to the net. Lawton loses Landeskog on the backside, but it's the pass all the way across from Necas. A perfect pass. Forsberg has no chance, and the captain ties the game at 1.
Anderson's had a heck of a game for the Kings. Big size mismatch there with Nichushkin and Anderson. Anderson strips him with a puck. He's been so good for the Kings.
Turnover to Panarin. Finds the trailer. Shanked by Edmondson. Kadri centers. That shot right through the crease. Fired towards the net. Deflected just wide. Kiviranta with a couple of good looks. Room for Manson. Wrist shot. Blocked again in front. Score! Wah! Wins it! The Avalanche survive in overtime!
Came over in the trade from Toronto. Manson gets this to the net, and Waugh gets body position. It's just a little backhander. The puck sits loose, and sometimes you just got to get it there. Manson does a great job of getting it up there. The puck gets lost right at the top of the crease. And Nick Waugh's the hero. The Avs have a 2-0 series lead.
Colorado had to battle for both.